right, y'all, YouTube family. What's going on? Coming live. Come to talk to y'all today. What's going on? What's up, world? You know I'm back. Like always. Yeah, y'all this game. And today we just heard we gonna talk about a few things. You know, we're gonna talk about how Platinum Paws got started and the things that I went through and the things that brought me to where I'm at today. As you can see behind me up on the wall, that's some of my work right there. That's Platinum Paws and More LLC. That's merch. Y'all can grab if you want a shirt or something. Let me know. Just send me a message. They don't cost a lot. I almost give them away. But today, man, I just can't talk because I know a lot of people see me and they be like, this guy just popped up. And who is he? You know, and I ain't nobody special or nothing like that. But I got a good story, man. And I want to share it with y'all today. I done finally got to a place to where, like, I'm ready to share and speak. So I want to give some people some time to come on in and join us before we get going. I see one person with us right now. What's up? What's up? How you doing? We in the building. And you know now, this is how a lot of my training started, y'all. I went to prison for a long time. And while I was in prison, I was incarcerated. I did 11 years, you know. And when it was time for me to come home, I said, okay, I'm going to get into training dogs. And so I pulled out a few pictures to show y'all so y'all could see, you know, like this real right here. This ain't made up. And I did this for a long time. And you know, I got a lot of dogs to show y'all. This one dog that I trained, this was my very first dog. And I got in with the AKC while I was in there. And they let me into the dog program. They gave me a hard time because I was a violent criminal and they didn't know if I was going to do right with the dogs. But once they seen that I really was in the dogs, they was like, oh man, this dude good. And the program wasn't really organized the way it should have been at the time. So when they let me in, man, I helped organize the program. I helped put the program together. And we did a lot of things. This is another dog right here that I had in there. And then, you know, we had some dogs, man. They got dogs in there, y'all. Look, this the shit I was training, man. This what I was doing. I was training this shit right here. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people wonder and be looking like, damn, how you so good with dogs? And you know, because I spent a long time, 24 hours a day with them, training them. This was one of my dogs. This was Ghost. Everybody was scared of Ghost. Ghost was wild. Ghost ain't, man, Ghost will bite you. Hey, Ghost was something else. But I sat there, I wrestled with him for a long time. And every dog that I'm showing y'all, I trained and they passed out through the AKC and they got adopted. You know, a lot of guards would bring dogs to me and say, Pooja, can you train this dog? I want to adopt her. But I want you to train her. And you know, this was my favorite one right here. And she looked just like Queen, my blue girl over there, y'all see. They look like twins. And I love this dog, man. This dog was about 7 years old. And she didn't have no home, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know how they took her. I don't know. I couldn't give you the details on where she came from. But she ended up with me. And man, that dog used to be in my bed. And she used to just hang out with me all the time. And so, you know, the reason why I even got into the dogs was because I got arrested and I committed a crime. I robbed the bank, and after I robbed the bank, I ran. The police chased me. I broke in somebody's house. The police called me, and I got charged with a first-degree burglary. I got charged with a first-degree robbery, a felony resisting arrest. You know, all that. And so while I was there, before during the arrest, first, let me say that during the arrest, uh, they sent the police dog in to get me. And when the police dog came in, the police dog grabbed me by my face because I broke both of my feet. I shattered the heels in my feet because I jumped off a tall Valak trying to run from the police. And I broke both of my feet. So I try to get up, take a couple of steps. I fall back down. And I'm like, damn, what's wrong? I try to get up again. I try to walk. I try to run. I fall again. And I'm like, damn. I said, first thing I told myself, you finna go to jail. It's over. And so police tell me, freeze. He see me. I look at him, and I'm like, I'm on this big old high ass thing. And I look at the police, and I look back down, and I'm like, fuck that. I jumped. And I broke my feet. I shattered my feet because I landed flat. So I still got up. And you know, I was on drugs. I was high. I was blown out my mind. And so I was still running. I was still going. And then I broke in somebody's house. So now, while I broke in their house, you know, I told the little dude, I heard the person in the house upstairs, I went in their basement. I told him I had all this money. I'm like, listen, man, I give you $1,000. Don't tell the police I'm in here. And you know, I got the police report, I got all that. But the little dude went outside, told the police that I was in their house. Make a long story short. So now, all these damn police, I heard them upstairs. I heard their feet trampling. Go, 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 go. And now I'm so hurt that I'm laying on the ground with my feet in the air. I'm in total submission because I can't do nothing else. So I submitted. I'm laying on the ground. I ain't got no weapon. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing but some money. And I'm like, shit, if they catch me, they can have this money back. If I get away, I'm keeping the money. So, man, they bought the police dog in there. And they sent the police dog straight in. They ain't give me no warning. They ain't do none of that. And the paperwork, they say they gave me a warning and we told them to come out and this and that. But that ain't what they done. So this police dog come in, K9 Meiky. I'll never forget this dog, man. And that dog came in and that motherfucker grabbed. It ran past me first because I was laying down. And as soon as it ran past me, it turned around and that motherfucker grabbed my face. And when that motherfucker grabbed my face, he just held me. And I ain't moved because I knew a lot about dogs. I always had pit bulls because we was in the hood. We kept dogs. Me and my people, me and one of my brothers, we had dogs all the time. And we ain't had no one dog. Two. We kept 3, 4 dogs at a time. We used to fight them and do all that shit, you know. And we used to pride ourselves on having the baddest dogs in the hood. That's what we was on. So, but anyway, this dog grabbed my motherfucking face. What's up, Ruben Smith? I see you. You know I'm gonna shout you out every time, man. Good looking, man. I'm glad you came through and you said something. Y'all speak whenever y'all get ready, and I shout you out and I answer your questions, but I'm gonna give you the story at the same time. And you know, so this police dog grabbed my damn face. And I knew not to move, because if I moved, this motherfucker gonna shake. And he got my face. I'm talking, I had 60 stitches. This motherfucker almost killed me. He was an inch away. If I don't know how good y'all can see, but if you can see that, he was an inch away from my jugular. And the doctor was stitching my face up. My face was big. My feet was broke. The doctor was mad. The doctor say, this is what we got to spend our tax dollars on. Criminals. I was so hurt, man. I ain't even want to say nothing. I really didn't give a fuck about what he was talking about. But, so, this police dog, man, this motherfucker hold me. These people come down here in this basement. All these police, there's a whole bunch of these motherfuckers. They yelling. But all of them over there, and me and the dog over here. And, you know, I'm just thinking in my mind, y'all gonna get this motherfucker? Cause he steady holding me. So the handler come and the handler say what he say, let him go. You know, let him go, whatever the commands was. And that boy wouldn't let me go. He still held on tight. And they start speaking in foreign languages to him. And so they finally got him to let go. And when they got him off of me, he started going crazy. The dog just, I'm talking about making noise. Because, see, what it did, it tasted drugs on me because I was using drugs. So the dog tasted the drugs, and that's what he was locked into. He really wasn't trying to lock into me. He was trying to lock into that dope because he knew that dope, and they, you know, they drug dog. And so he wasn't trying to let that shit go. So he was trying to, you know, just, he like shit, he got it. It's right here, it's in him, or whatever he was thinking. And he just held on, and they finally got him off of me. And so I was like, man, get that motherfucker. And the police told me, shut the fuck up before we let him go again. And I'm like, okay. And so I ain't want that to happen. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm in the basement. There ain't nothing but me and a whole bunch of police. So I ain't gonna talk back. I just fell back and they cut my clothes off of me. They cut my shoes off of me because my feet is big by now. I done ran away from them and still broke somebody's house. If I would have killed them people, that would have been on that police because he couldn't catch me and both of my feet was broke. He should have caught me outside, but he didn't. But that ain't her now. That's just the story though that's coming along with what I'm telling y'all about. And so, you know, I fall back. My son, shout out Enoch. What you doing, baby? Big Sabi, y'all. Check his music out. He on platforms. He got some nice music. Y'all like it. His substance to it is pretty good. Thanks for shouting me out, son. Love you. And so they took me to the hospital, you know, then they took me to the jail and they rolled me through the jail. And you know, I didn't really know how I looked because even after I had got my stitches and stuff, they never showed me a mirror. So I'm just imagining what I look like or, you know, whatever. And I rolled through St. Louis County jail thing, you know, they take you to take your pictures and your fingerprints. And when they rolled me through there, they had me in a wheelchair. And you know, it's a whole bunch of people in there that's going through the same motions. They finna be getting locked up or going upstairs, whatever going on, whatever case they got. And when they push me through, the people say, damn. And so I'm like, I felt like Tupac when he came out the hospital in that wheelchair all shot up and shit. That's how I felt, man. And so I'm like, what the fuck y'all making all that noise for? I asked the man, the police that was pushing me, I say, man, I looked that bad. I say, because all I heard was people like, man, they fucked him up. And you know, but I couldn't see shit. And I was so high that it ain't hurt the way that it would normally hurt for a person that would have been sober. And so, man, I finally seen a mirror and I seen my shit and I just was fucked up. I started losing it because I was like, oh, shit. And my feet broke. So, you know, I'm just like going in a frenzy for a second inside my own brain. I ain't doing this out loud. This inside my head. But so that's how all this started. I'm telling y'all how I got established with Platinum Paws. And so I stayed, I did my time, I did a long time. And I was having dreams about dogs attacking me, like pit bulls. I got attacked by a little bitty pit bull one time, and I had these big old black boots on both of my feet at the time, and I wasn't even on crutches yet. They had me in a wheelchair because I couldn't put no pressure on my feet for 6 months. I couldn't put my feet on the ground. I used to take the boots off for 1 hour a day, take a shower, and then let my feet, or then I had to put them back on, or my feet wouldn't heal properly. And so I was having dreams and stuff about dogs, and and I was like, I'm killing that police dog when I get out. I'm killing him. That's all I kept telling myself, like I'm killing that dog. And then I told myself one day, and after I kind of calmed down, because it took months to get past certain things. And so I told myself one day, I was like, how you gonna kill that damn dog? They gave me 12 years. I said with 85%, I said that dog will be dead by the time you get out. You ain't killing nothing. That dog gonna be dead. And so that's how I got rid of the thought and got past this shit with the police dog. Cause I'm like, okay, he ain't gonna be alive when I get out no way. And then I wasn't gonna get out and kill the dog anyway. So that shit was just, anger talk. But anyway, so now I'm going to a level 5 prison, which is a high maximum facility. And it's my first time there. So, I'm hurt, I'm injured. I ain't in my best physical health, but I'm up here with the killers, the rapers, the robbers. I'm here with everybody. And so I started getting myself back right, doing my push-ups, but I'm still having dreams and messed up about these dogs. So I stayed in prison and I got on honor status because quite naturally I couldn't clown because my feet was messed up. So I wasn't in there trying to do no whole bunch of fighting or trying to do nothing. I was trying to heal. And in the I'm sorry, but in the honest, in the on honor status, it was dogs in the wing with you. And they walk around, dudes be training them. And I got attacked by this police dog, so this fur came back. And I'm like, damn, dog come by me. And I tell dude, like, hey, bro, can you get your dog, man? Get that dog, man. Because I used to feel like the motherfuckers was growling. I was fucked up. And, so I used to ask them to keep the dogs away from me. And, I was dealing with it because I'm like, as much as I done had dogs, I'm scared of dogs now. And so I'm like, I gotta beat this. So time go by, they transfer me. I leave one camp, get to another camp, get put back on honor status. And the dog, it's dogs in this program too. So I'm like, okay, I'm back around some dogs again. And I'm still messed up. And I'm like, man, I ain't got over this phobia. It became a phobia because I couldn't shake these dogs. I couldn't stop thinking about being attacked by them. It really affected me. And so I'm like, man, I got to figure out how to beat this phobia. And so now time go by. Everybody know how fast time go by. I looked up. I'm on my last 5 years. And I go to Boonville Correctional Center. And that's where I showed y'all all these dogs at right here. That's where I was at, okay? I got into their program, and I said, I got to beat this dog phobia because I'm finna go home. So I got to start working with dogs. And they respected it. They listened to my story. They let me in. They like, okay, we're going to give you a chance. And they let me into the program. So now, this was my first dog, okay? This was Sandria. Sandria was about 13 years old. She had a bad hip. That's why she sit like that. And you can see that, you see the DOC Puppies for Parole on the top of the paper, BCC Impact Program, uh, inspire and motivate prisoners and canines together. And so, I'm like, this the perfect program because now I'm around dogs and I'm getting back with them and I'm feeling okay and I'm not feeling as bad and because the dogs wasn't mean. So I worked with them. We was having classes because on the streets we had pit bulls, but we was training our pit bulls with water holes, baseball bats, belts. That's how we taught them to sit down. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta learn how to do this. I'm gonna learn how to train dogs the right way. Cause when I get out, I know I'm gonna need a job or I'm gonna need something. I know I gotta make some money, but I love dogs. Even though I had my little problem with them, I still loved them. I love dogs. So I started training the dogs in jail. I'm going to the classes. Now remember, we in prison. A lot of people was in the program because they were scared to be on the yard around population. So they'd go up and sign up for honor status and get in the dog program so they could be protected. And that's where a lot of the rats was at, and that's where a lot of the, I'm sorry to say it, but the rapers and all that, that's where they was at. They was hiding from the yard. But I had just did 3 years or so on the yard before they even let me in the program. So I wasn't worried and scared of the yard because I had did all my time on the yard. Whole yard knew me. So they like, man, you ain't gonna like it up there in honor status around all them dudes. Them dudes rats and shit, man. You ain't gonna make it up there. That ain't for no dude like you. And so I'm like, man, I'm gonna give it a try, shit. Because I had an officer in my pocket. And he used to look out for me and he'd help me out in any way he could. So he got me up there. He like, you sure this is what you want to do? I'm like, yeah, man, I need to get around dogs, man, because I need to get rid of this dog phobia I got. And I need to learn how to properly train dogs. And they put me in the program. So, I had my first Sally. And, he felt like he had been training the dog I showed y'all, which was Sadria. He'd been training her right here. He been training her on his own for a long time. So he felt like this was his dog when I got there. So he gonna tell me how to do the shit and this is what you gotta do. And so I'm looking at him like, bro, this the joint, nigga. I'ma do me. I ain't gonna do you, I'ma do me. So don't tell me how to do what I gotta do with her. You can show me the ropes and all that, and I understand it. But telling me what to do and trying to, play me like a sucker, we ain't gonna do that. So I started just watching and paying attention. I go to the training classes, but I took that shit serious. Cause I seen this, she was an older white woman. And she was from the AKC. And she was cold. The shit she had them dogs doing, I said, I gotta learn how to do that shit. I got to. Because I still got 3 years or something left. It's a long time on that camp because of type of camp it is, man. It's hard to do time there because it's so just opened up and everybody by everybody and you don't got no privacy. So it was hard to do time there because, a lot of people come into the system. They ain't went to no level 5, so they don't know what respect is. They don't know, like, that this nigga stick something in you and kill you if you say something wrong to him or disrespect him because he been doing time up there with the lifers. And that's really how this stuff go, man. So, I just watched her and I learned and I learned and I learned. And she noticed me and she told me, like, man, it's something good about you. She said, I don't know you. I don't know. She said, but I watch you and I watch how you follow my instructions and you do everything that I say do. While a lot of people just look and they can't make their dog drink water. And I'm looking and I'm like, thank you. So, you know, I felt kind of good because she had just basically, you know, called me out of everybody to tell me that. She singled me out to tell me that. So I was like, she see what's going on, because I was practicing, man. I made them people give me a job passing the dog treats out, you know, cleaning up back there and organizing all the dog shit, because now I got all the dog treats. I got control of the treats, because they only gonna give you so many for each dog. So I'm the one that's passing them out and putting them in the bags. So now I can fill my bags up. And I can make my dogs do everything. That's how I think. You know, still criminal thinking, but it was in a good way. And man, when I tell you, I used to make dogs dance. I got a dog here right now that I can make dance and show y'all what I learned in there. And it ain't nothing. And you know, I started learning to do that shit, and I'd be outside with dogs for hours. And you would just have people in windows. You would have guards on yards, and they wouldn't be looking at nobody but me and my dog, because I had a dog doing whatever I told that dog to do. And in prison, you can't have your dog off a chain. You gotta have control of your dog at all times. I got so good, I ain't put dogs on chains and they ain't say shit to me. They ain't bother me. They ain't say, now you go out there and try it and put your dog, let your dog loose and you ain't got no chain. They gonna put your ass out the program. You know what I'm saying? That's how cold I was, because they knew I was taking this shit seriously. And then I signed all my paperwork, so when I get done, I'd be an animal trainer with the AKC. So that's how I got my trainings, uh, degrees and shit for animal training. And so they'll watch me every day, man. And so we had a female. She was a white shirt. She came to me one day and she said, I want you to train my dog. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, huh? She like, I want you to train my dog. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And so she'll start coming. She'll stop by my cell. It'd be 6 o'clock in the morning, man. And she'd be like, hey, and she want to see the dog. And this shit started happening every morning. So now one day she come to work with some tight ass jeans on. She come with some street clothes on. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, everything looking good. I've been gone for hellas, and I ain't been around a woman in so long. You get nervous when a woman get close to you. So I'm sitting there wondering if they try to set me up or not. Because I'm like, damn, is this a setup? Is she trying to get me to ask her to bring some dope in her? What is she trying to do? Because they always thought I was doing shit, but they could never catch me doing that. But if you ask them, they'll tell you that's the biggest criminal in her. And he got all the good jobs. And I'm looking like, man, I used to tell him, man, I ain't no criminal. And one of them would tell me, oh, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you. He said, can't nobody else catch you, but I'm going to catch you. And, you know, he told me when I got released, I'd be back in 6 weeks. I'm going on 5 years, y'all. Shit, I've been out for 4, 5 years. He told me he'd see me in 6 weeks. And he meant that. And so she coming every morning. And she taking me out to sell. Ain't nobody outside, you know, before count time or right directly after count. But now I'm outside with a dog and a female white shirt every morning before anybody on the yard. And she walking next to me, asking me, show me how to make the dog do this. And I'm showing her all this shit. I trained her dog so good that she couldn't believe it. And people started thinking that me and that woman was messing around. And I'm going to tell y'all, prison real racist. And she was a white woman. So it was a lot of people, you know, telling me what they thought. Dudes start getting up in the morning and they'll come around with their shirts off. And them niggas normally be asleep. But now this woman coming every morning, so they walking back and forth through the hallways because they know this woman coming to see this dog. And so she'll come in her, she'll bend over and play with the dog and do all this, her cleavage hanging out. And I'm just sitting right there looking at her. And, you know, and I'm just looking. You know, I never say nothing, but I look. She might turn around and bend over. If she see this video, she know what the hell I'm talking about. And she might turn around and she'll have these tight ass pants on, man. And you know, and I don't know if she was like, let me wear some of this tight shit so he can really train this dog. And so, but anyway, she started taking me outside, man. It'd just be me, her, and the dog, man. And I would be so nervous because I'd be holding her hand on the motherfucking leash, teaching her how to make the dog swing or how to make the dog sit down, lay down, heel. And mostly it'd be when I got the dog in the heel position and the dog would be walking straight. And she'd be right there. And I'd be basically holding that woman's hand, man. And I used to be so nervous. And I used to ask her, like, hey, we cool? Cause I don't feel like going to the hole. I don't feel like fucking my position up if I ain't gonna get shit out of it. Plain and simple. And she was like, no, we okay. We're all right. And so she thought. And so, man, you know, I see her when I go to child and I'd be like, what's up? She asked me about the dog. And I say, oh, you know, the dog doing good. She'll sit there and talk to me for 4-5 minutes. So people really looking like they got some shit more going on than just these damn dogs. And I'm like, man, nah, it ain't nothing like y'all thinking. That's all I used to have to tell everybody, and everybody be like, oh man, you must be scared of her because she clearly showing that she wants you and this and that. And I used to look at them like, man, you don't know what she doing. She might be setting me up for the okie doke. And I ain't going for it, you know. And so I started doing so good in this program, believe it or not. I'm gonna show y'all some shit. Check this out. Okay. That's me in prison. Now this shit real. That's me. This is really jail. This is a article that they came and done on me. This was a student. He was from New York. His name was Bing Guan. He was young. He was a nice kid. I like Bing. You know, he came to see me, and the first time when they came up with the interview, he gonna follow me around for a week, and he gonna, you know, talk to me, and he gonna take pictures, and you know, he gonna take different things, and he gonna do a story on me. And so he came the very first day we started. Count time was at 5 o'clock in the morning. And you see, like right here where it say at the top, it say cellmate Chad Scott 44 and T.I., which was me. That was my nickname in prison. They called me T.I. It say cellmate Chad Scott 44 and T.I. stand outside their cell at 5:17 for first count. So it's count time. So when he came and they did count, they called the warden and told the warden, like, hey, it's a guy here, and he's here doing an interview on inmate Hoosier, such and such, such and such. And they told him, put him out. Cause he could have handed me a pack or anything. Cause we was that close to each other. He coming by my cell. And so they came, they put him out. He told me, looked at me, he said, T.I., he said, I'll be back by lunchtime. I said, all right. I said, man, they probably ain't gonna let you come back because they putting you out, bro, because they really don't like me. Because they thought I was doing shit and they was trying to catch me, and the ball fell in my court the way it did because of the stuff I was doing. I was tutoring and, doing stuff like this right here. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So I was in these classes with these certain guys. And so that was my first class. And then this when I graduated. That was for the heavy machinery. We learned how to use different machines or whatever. So they came, they put the guy out. By the time lunchtime came, after count, he was back. And he said, I told you, I'll be back by lunchtime. Jefferson City overrode Boonville and told them they doing that project. It's a project that we doing, and y'all gonna let it ride. So they got mad as hell. And so now I can read the story summary to you. It say, with over a decade spent in Missouri state prisons, Timothy T.I. Hooger, 42, is counting down his final days in incarceration before he becomes a free man. Born and raised in inner city St. Louis, Timothy ran with gangs and battled with a heroin addiction during a failed bank robbery. He was nearly mauled to death by a police dog. He left with 2 shattered heel bones and 3 felony convictions. Hardened by years in maximum security, Timothy's self-directed rehabilitation, meaning I fixed myself. It was up to me to be whatever I was going to be. And so it's a Timothy's self-directed rehabilitation eventually saw him overcome his addiction and a phobia of dogs, in part through vocational education and restorative justice programs like the heavy equipment operators class and puppies for parole, which helps find new homes for unadoptable shelter dogs. As a nearly certified heavy equipment operator and animal trainer, Timothy has become an inspirational role model to other inmates as he gears up for the release on October the 5th of 2019. That's when I was released. And then it say with mere days left before finishing out his sentence at a minimum security Boonville Correctional Center, a hopeful Timothy prepares for the challenges of post-prison readjustment that awaits on the outside. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you, first dude in Missouri that ever done this. Now, the guard, when they let that man come back and they started doing it, the guard came over to me, and these was his exact words. And it was crazy to me, but I loved it at the same time because I was making this happen. He said, who in the fuck are you? And I say, what you mean? He say, man, who in the fuck are you? And I'm going to show you a picture of the guard, who it was. I said, and I asked him, I say, man, what you mean? Who am I? What are you asking me, man? He like, man, I've been working in Missouri Department of Corrections for this certain amount of years, and I ain't never seen no shit like this. Okay, and that's the guard right here. That's the horrible food they feed you in jail. So if you want to eat this shit every day for breakfast, go on in there. You ain't go. The shit is, you'll rather have McDonald's, and I don't even eat that shit. But look, this guard right here. Okay, I wish I want to blow it up, but I don't want to mess it up. So we gonna try something. I'm gonna try this. Okay, You see him? Now, that's who asked me that shit. He tried to catch me every day smoking because they took tobacco out. You got K2 and shit there. You got drugs in prison. Shit, yeah. And so he like asked me, who in the fuck are you? He said, I've been doing this shit for 30 years and I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. I say, man, listen, I just caught the luck of the draw, man. And he like, shit, well, this I don't understand. So to make a long story short, he wasn't happy about it. And so he followed us all the time. Everywhere we went, he went. He was like our designator, what you would call him, a person, that takes you around and show you everything. That's what he was, y'all. I can't think of the word right now, my fault. But he was basically, that's what he was. He used to take us everywhere we went. He had to be there because they'd be worried about him. They'd be worried about the photographer and the guy doing the interview giving me some type of contraband that I shouldn't have because he was coming in from the streets. And so, they did the article. And as you can see, I had a lot of different dogs, man. That's another dog I had right there. Now, I showed y'all myself at the time. I tell this dude, that's the TV you get in there. That's what they give you in there. Okay, that's working out. I was exercising. I worked out a lot in there. All the time I used to work out, man, because you don't never know when it's gonna go down. Okay, that's another time. This picture was at 5 something in the morning. And you see how they keep a cop around every time. Dude with me, they got a police around to make sure that he ain't giving me shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and this the only place in prison you was gonna be outside at 5 o'clock in the morning. You was gonna have to be in the program because everybody can let their dogs use the bathroom at a certain time. After count, you can take your dog out to use the bathroom. And matter of fact, that guard right there, that was C.O. Hoover. Okay, it say Hoover and C.O. Hoover, close names, close. Look, watch is Alfonso, which was my dog. Alfonso was my dog before I left, and the other dog name was Zip Play in Nine House, adjacent dog park on September the 25th. Now you see all these different people out here. Now y'all know, you see this man. He seen me talking to that white woman, that white shirt that I was talking about, and he told her, I think it's just despicable. Cause he talked like that for real. Hi, what's up, friends? Hi there, buddy. That's how he really talked. It like, I ain't never seen a white person like that till I went to jail. You know what I mean? I thought, white people sound where they sound, talk like they talk. But he was a real live hillbilly. I ain't never been around a hillbilly till I went to jail. But they kept the officers everywhere I went. You know what I mean? And so, and believe it or not, you see where they outside at. If the police come and try to find me, I'd be a damn fool to have something on me. And I got all this shit, all these rocks, and they have to unbury, undig all that shit. So I ain't allowed them to catch me with nothing. But so man, that dog I showed y'all, that's just some more pictures of me graduating before I started being the main tutor in the different programs. And even like this part of the prison, and I pride myself on what I done because can't no inmates go right there on that part of the prison. And if y'all want to look this story up, just go to MissouriPhotoWorkshop.org, mpw.71/2019, and it'll be titled Old Dog, New Tricks. Okay, so now I done got her. I done got rid of my phobia for dogs. And that was my Sally. This guy right here, this white guy, his name was Chad. Now, Chad ain't never been around black people because Chad from a little small town somewhere in Missouri where there ain't no black people at. So he ain't never lived in a cell or been that close to a black person. So he had a hard time listening to me when I tell him, how to handle the dog. One day he got an attitude with me and he told me, man, I know how to handle a damn dog. You can't tell me how to take care of a dog. And the biggest problem dude had that we had was we had Alfonso, the one I told you about. Now this dog had a story, and when you read about Alfonso, it say Alfonso came to the shelter in the middle of July and was never reclaimed. We know, hard to believe, Alfonso was in a foster home with a family who had cats and poultry. We cannot stress enough that Alfonso needs a home without cats and poultry. His prey drive is high and he will chase them. The family also had children, and sweet Alfonso absolutely adored them. So, basically, what Alfonso's problem was, he had a high prey drive. He didn't like other animals. And Alfonso was a big dog. The picture I showed y'all when I was in the hallway with him, let's see. I'm going to take y'all back to that picture. Okay, right here. This Alfonso right there. You see, he come up to my waist. So he a pretty big dog. He looked like he had some presser in him. He looked like he could have been a presser mixed with maybe a pit bull or some type of bull. And he was 4 years old when he came. So I tell my Shelly, because he ain't have a lot of emotion. He ain't wag his tail. He ain't lick you. He ain't sit there and look like, hey, come on, man, let's go play. He wasn't one of them kind of dogs. He was looking more like, where the fuck am I at and who the fuck is y'all? And who in the hell is all these dogs barking? So he territorial. I mean, he's not territorial, but he confused already because he don't know what the hell this is. He don't know where he at. And so I tell my Shelly, listen, keep him away from other dogs until, man, he done been here and he get comfortable because he's in an uncomfortable state. He don't even trust us right now. And he was like, okay, I got you. And so I go out one day, he got the dog around another dog, and I'm like, Shelly, come here, man, let me holler at you. And I tell him, man, keep that dog away from that dog, man. I told you don't do that, man. And he get upset like, he ain't say nothing because he know he say the wrong shit. We gonna go inside this cell and there ain't no telling what the fuck gonna happen because I ain't taking no bullshit. And so, but I felt his energy like, man, I'm getting tired of you telling me how to handle this dog. And so I said, you know what, you right. Fuck it. Fuck you. I'm going to let you do what you do with the dog. And then when I'm going to do what I'm going to do with him, then that's gone. But the problem with that was if he do something different than I do when I take the dog out to train it, he gonna fuck the training up because he ain't keeping the training the way it's supposed to be. He letting the dog pull. He letting the dog eat off the ground. He letting the dog do whatever he want. And when the dog with me, he can't do none of that. So I could see the difference, how he was losing his training. And so I say something to him like, man, listen, I got this dog in a certain mindset. You got to keep the mindset, man. So you got to do this way. And he finally gave me what he wanted. Man, you think you know everything. I ain't got to listen to you. Man, I do it how I want to do it. I don't want to be in here with you no more. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Get the fuck on. But I'm telling you, stop leaving that motherfucking dog around them dogs. Because the dog was an alpha. And he showed it. And he didn't play with other dogs. He ain't showed no type of, he showed, I attack something. I might bite your ass. That's what he showed. But the dude didn't know shit about dogs. So he couldn't see that that's what the fucking dog was on. And so after we fell out or whatever, I stopped talking to him. And I let him do whatever he wanted to do. And you know what happened, man? He got the damn dog killed. Because he ain't want to listen to what the fuck I was telling him. And he took the dog outside, let the dog smell up on another dog like I told him not to. And what happened? That motherfucker grabbed the other dog head. He grabbed that motherfucker. It was another pit bull. And I got to turn the camera around and tell y'all this. Man, that motherfucking dog grabbed that pit bull. He grabbed that pit bull by his motherfucking ear and had that pit bull by the head just locked on him. I was in there playing cards, chilling. And motherfucker ran in there and say, T.I. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, your dog out there attacking a dog. And I'm like, damn. I said, how he get out there? Who got him? He was like, yo, Sally. I said, oh, that's on him, shit. Because I told him. And when that type of shit happen, they put you out the program. Because the dog gonna end up short. And that was my problem. Because he was a good-ass dog. He just needed to get comfortable, man, and understand where he was at. And so I go outside. Man, this dog killing this motherfucking dog. I mean, he literally killing this motherfucker. And about 15 police ran over there like they breaking up a damn gang fight in prison. And I'm like, I looked at his stupid ass and I said, see, I told your stupid ass. And he couldn't even look at me because he knew he had fucked up. So they took the pit bull that got attacked, have his ear hanging off. They rushed that motherfucker out to the hospital. They come and take my dog, put my dog in all these different kind of restraints and muscles like he a person that's committed a murder. He looked like he done did a first degree assault because he done kicked this dog ass. And so they take the dog, man. They take the dog back and they say the dog was unmanageable. The dog couldn't go to no other homes because because of that attack. So they put the dog down and they put the dog to sleep, man, because of that. So at this time, this motherfucker really got to get out the cell with me now. You got to get the fuck on, nigga, because I'm ready to fuck you up every time I look at you. Excuse my language. But that's just how it was. And man, we trained so many dogs in there. Dog that I fell back in love with the dogs. Look at these pictures, man. This is me. I was on my gangster shit, but I was still jealous. That was the dog I had. If I remember his name correctly, I think this was Chief. He was a pit bull mix. Or he might have been a full pit. But he was more on the bully. He was more on the bully side. Not a pit. I say a bully. Then we had Bull Massive mixed with a box. He weighed about 150 pounds. He was a bad mama jamma too. And he loved to play. He played so rough. When you play, he'd jump on you. Man, he was rough. And then let me see what else we got. We had this So y'all, this the type of shit that's in jail. They adopting these dogs out. Each dog I showed y'all, they adopt them out for $100. So these dogs I'm showing you, you could have got for $100 from prison. But the only problem, they clipped the dog, and the dog can't make babies. They neuter them. And then look at these. That's one of the same ones I showed you in the last picture, but we had two of them. They was brothers, both of them. And you can see me there, look, thugging. And I got these pit bulls. Man, I felt like I was on the streets and I was back. I was all the way back, y'all. I felt so good, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was all the way back. I wasn't scared of dogs no more, man. And it was just like every dog I was getting, I was making them dance. Here go another one I had. I was making them dance. Look at him. He a nice little bully breed. You know, I don't know what he was mixed with, but they'll just tell you something and then they'll tell you mixed. I got a better picture of him too, and he was smart. That's a better picture of him right there. Look at that little sucker. Hey man, I used to make him dance. I'm talking about when I tell you I make a dog dance, I make a dog dance. I ain't never put her on the leash. That was my last Sally right there. He was cool. This little white dude was cool. I had him with me before I had left prison. That was the best white Sally I had. He wasn't racist. He ain't, and he never been around black people either. But he ain't do the bullshit. That's another one I had. You know, all these dogs. I trained over 18 dogs in there. This was Ghost that I started when I first started telling y'all. I'll be telling you a story about Ghost. Ghost was a wild ass Labrador pit mix. He was high energy. He was high sprung. He ain't know how not to jump on people. He ain't know how to take a treat without there taking your hand with it. He was just wild. Man, I took that dog and I trained him out. I worked with him, man. He was the hardest dog that I had ever trained in there. But I worked him and I had him perfect. And you know what the fuck I did, man? I went and gave this dog a bath with concentrated shampoo. Man, the dog broke out in so many bumps and hives, and I'm sitting here wondering, like, what's wrong with him? And the whole time, the shampoo was supposed to say concentrated on it, but it was in a mixed bottle and it wasn't mixed. So that's what happened to him. Now, this was little Elliot. Elliot was a little puppy. Now, we used to keep these dogs for it was either 6 weeks or 8 weeks. If I'm right, it was 6 weeks. It'd be 3 weeks with treats and 3 weeks without treats. And then you would have to train them out. And so now little Elliot came to me, and I ain't used to mixed dogs. That's another thing. When I was on the streets, I had killers, pit bulls, Akitas, Rottweilers. We had shit that was killers. We had killers. So I wasn't used to mixed dogs. A mixed dog was a mutt to me until I got in this program and I started learning that all dogs had character. I even learned how to train the scary dogs that put their tail in between their legs all the time. I learned how to keep them from being like that. I used to unshadow them dogs, man. I used to give them confidence, and I just learned how to do it. And I just got good at it. So let me tell you the story with this. They bought me him, and I took him, And you know, we sitting in the cell one day, they didn't give me the paperwork on it. I smoked some K2, right? I smoked the K2 stick in that motherfucker, so I'm hella high. That shit had me zooming. I'm talking about this shit was so fire that it had me gone on a roller coaster, like fucked up. And the dog started having a damn seizure. So I look, this motherfucker on the floor drooling, shaking, and I'm high out my mind. And I'm like, if a guard come right now, they gonna take my ass to jail. I can't go get nobody because I'm fucked up. I'm high. I ain't gonna lie, I was gone off that shit. And so that shit finally had wore off for me to talk to somebody, but the dog came out the seizure and he went back to normal. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck just happened? I'm looking at him, I'm like, look, Elliot, you all right, man? Nigga, you just almost died. And he looking at me like, ooh, it was kind of rough. And I'm like, man, that shit, I said, man, come on, man, they got to take you back to the shelter. So I left and I took him over there to the coordinator of the program. I'm like, hey, this dog has seizures. And she said, I know I meant to bring you the paperwork and bring the medication over there. So she gave me the paperwork and let me read about his condition and gave me the medicine. And, you know, we give it to him. And he went back to bed. He was cool after that. But I'm thinking, shit, I'm thinking like this motherfucker, he smelled this damn K2 smoke. This shit had him on the floor shaking. I'm like, man, if they drug test him, they go see that shit. They go charge me for the death of this damn dog. So, you know, it was crazy. But I got so good with dogs in there, man, to where people, niggas that was thugging, they respected my G because they knew that I was thugging with the best stuff, but I was trying to do something different. I was trying to figure this shit out because I knew wasn't no money gonna be getting sent to me on the streets. I knew that ain't nobody wasn't gonna want to give me no motherfucking job because I robbed the damn bank. So I was prepared because in order for me to have some type of success, having this prison record, I'm gonna have to have some type of skill. So that's why I had built my name up. I built my character up in there. You know, you tell, some police will tell you I was the biggest drug dealer in the damn place. And then other people that work there gonna say he was a nice, respectable, well-mannered young man that I wouldn't believe nothing you would have to say wrong about. So I always had that card, always had that trump card because the people that liked me had seniority. They've been there for a while. So they like the assholes. He just an asshole. Fuck him. You ain't got to worry about him. I'll take care of him. And that's how the fuck I was grounded. And that's how I stayed, you know, out the way. And that's how I made it through that place without catching any new time. Cause yeah, I was in race riots and all kind of shit. People know the story. I just ain't here to talk about that part of it. But yeah, we whooped some ass in there. Y'all know who the hell who I am. If you was in there with me, you know what I mean. So that's what was going on. And shout out to a few of the brothers who I done seen. I be seeing y'all on Facebook a lot. I be seeing D Blue the Realist. I be seeing Brown Hill. I be seeing 2Js. I be seeing a lot of different people on there, man, that they doing their thing, man, and we came out that place, you know. And a lot of guys now, it's like all through St. Louis, everybody want my puppies, man. And then people, when I was leaving, that man called me into his office over the loudspeaker because he used to try to use me to embarrass me. He used to try to embarrass me. He used to try to make me look like I was a rat, because he'll call me to his office. And he'll just be in on some bullshit, like, I want your cell to be the cell that everybody gonna have to copy after of, because they don't want shoes under your bed. They don't want shit on your locker. So he gonna make my cell the detailed cell for everybody to come and look at. And this how he wanted everybody's cell. This shit was crazy like that. And I'm looking at him like, man, why you keep playing with me, man? Why you keep calling me playing with me? But the reason was he was trying to break me, because I wouldn't bend and I wouldn't fold. I wasn't gonna allow that man to fuck my day up as bad as he wanted to, as hard as he used to try. I wouldn't allow it. And so, it came time for me to go home. And he called me in there and said, hey, have a seat, Hoops. And I'm looking, and I know he don't want shit. He want to start something, because he just was that type of person. He told me, yeah, when you go out there, when you start snorting that shit, which nostril you gonna put it in? This one? Oh no, I think you like that one right there. And I looked at that man and I say, man, I don't know what makes you think you want to do this shit with me, because maybe I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I'm finna go home. I don't know what you on. But man, I had a lot of friends to die from that shit. So, and I told him, I said, man, I ain't gonna fuck with that shit. I said, man, that shit killed some of my best friends, man. I said, so when I go home, I ain't fucking with none of that shit. He said, man, I'll see you in 6 weeks like I see all the rest of them. And so I said, yeah, all right. So I pride myself to this day to pat myself on the shoulder, give me a round of applause, because, hey, I've been out for going on 5 years, y'all. Shit. Whatever that date I told y'all till now, October 19th, that's when I left that place. And this is September 2024. So I he just wanted to hold me down, man. But now I got more dogs at one time now than I trained in that motherfucker all together. I got dogs, man. I got dogs in different places in St. Louis, in Las Vegas. Man, and you know what? It was a blessing. It was a blessing because I love dogs. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go emotional, but I love dogs. You see this? You see this right here. This one of the matriarchs, patriarchs of what I got. This Diego mama. I'm gonna let y'all see her up close. You see that chain going in between her chest? That's Diego mama right there. I'm gonna show you what she made. Diego, come here. Come here, boy. I'm gonna let y'all see what she made. Come here. Come on over here. Come here. That's Diego right there. That's Diego weighs 200 and some pounds. That's a South African barber, and he highly trained. I'm gonna show y'all. What's up, big boy? See, you gotta keep sludge hammers for shit like him. You can't play around with him. You gotta keep sludge hammers and sticks and shit. Cause these big old motherfuckers, hey, he ain't nothing to play with. Y'all see value pack. That's what I try and feed these dogs with. And there's a couple of my girls right here. This right here, this Queen. Queen, come here. Y'all done seen Queen before. Queen, that's Queen right there. And then that's Selena. These are a couple of my girls that y'all done seen. And I'm finna be breeding them real soon. So if y'all want some puppies out of something like this, you see how short she is and how low she is. She a bad man jump. And then Diego, you see he bigger than the cage. Diego, what you gonna do for him, man? Let me see what I can get him to do, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna grab something. And I don't need these. Just to let you know, I'm gonna use it just to get him to do it. You see what he did as soon as he seen it? Watch this. I ain't gonna even tell him to do it. I'm gonna just call him over here and I'm gonna let y'all see him just sit down without me saying anything. Come. You see that? You see what he do? I'm gonna show you again. He following me now. Watch what he do. I ain't gonna tell him nothing. You see that? He gave me a shake. Stay. Diego, down. Good boy. Diego, sit. Diego, come over here and swing. Come on. Swing. 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 You see that? Right on the side, just like he's supposed to. Put it back down. I know it's a bad position, y'all, but look at my feet and look at his chest. He know which way to go. Stay. That's Diego right there. Watch this. Diego, stay. Give me a shake. Shake. Other hand. Other hand. Other hand. Sit back down. Good job. Lay back down. Now put your head down. Stop scratching my shoes. Put your head down. Put it down. Put it down. Put your head down. Hey, put your head down. Good boy. Now focus. Focus. Right here. Focus. There you go. Focus. Focus. Good job. It's yours. Now, if you think for 2 seconds that he won't attack you and shut your ass down if I tell him to, you crazy. He do anything I tell him to do. And that's what I'm showing y'all. This is what I was doing with dogs when I was in the penitentiary. Here, let me see something. Hold on, y'all. Just stay. Okay. Let me see what we can do. Let me try. Hold on, move, boy. Come down here. Come on back. Come on. I'm trying to see trying to make sure y'all can see what I'm finna do. So just work with me and be patient. Come on back over here. Come on. No, you gotta have your workout, boy. Right here, swing. Hold up. Yeah, go. This thing gonna get in the way. Hold on. Okay. All right. There we go. Come on, swing, Diego. Right here, swing. Swing. Good job. Here. Here. Come on. Let's go around here. Come on. Every time I stop, he gonna sit down. And I ain't gotta tell him nothing. I can make him sit down with speaking commands or I can use my hands. else you got, Catch? Sit down. Catch. All right. Yeah, see? I don't know. Hopefully y'all can see that. Because I can't see that damn good. But this all you do. Watch this. This how you make a dog dance. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go to my legs. Do her. Her. Come on. Go through that. Come on. There you go. All right. Come on back to her. Come on. Good job. Diego, right here. Right here. Nope. Right here. Oh, come here. Nope. Nope. Get up. Oh, you gonna come from behind. Okay. That's smart. That's good enough. Right here. Right here. Here. Come on. You're right here. Good job. Now get back right here. Come on. Come on. Get right here. Come on. Hey, and it's look, I done trained so many dogs like that to do that. And if I wanted to, I could make him do whatever. I could tell him to attack some shit. I could tell him to whatever I want him to do, basically. For the most part, he'll do it. But when it comes to intruders, he ain't nothing to play with. He ain't no joke. These type of dogs, this breed of dog, the South African Barber, I'm telling y'all now, if you get one, this how you gotta have them. Because they'll break your door down. They'll do anything to get to a stranger that you don't want around. Or if you ain't got no control over them, can't nobody come to your house. They can't nothing in your house really hold these type of dogs. He don't even got a cage. He got a room that I closed the door. He ain't got no cage. He got a room. Hey, I see you, bro. What's up? Yeah, Diego look good, man. And y'all don't never see barbers with their tail. See, I keep their tail. I kept his tail for a reason. Come here. Let him see how you look with your tail. You see that? I kept his tail for a reason. Just because everybody else dock their tails. I don't dock their tails. And he got some blood in him that everybody wants. Everybody wants this blood, but I ain't giving this blood out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Shut up, little girl. I ain't sharing this blood. This blood I ain't sharing. Look, he looking like, why the hell you give her my treat? She ain't did nothing. I just had to shut up, Diego. That's all. I had to make her be quiet. And Queen looking like, what the hell? Queen, what's up, Queenie? Y'all want something? Sit down, Queen. You know how to sit down? Sit. Sit down. Sit. Good job. Good girl. Come here. Come right here and sit down. Come on. Here, little mom. Sit. Sit down, Queen. Sit. Queen, sit. Sit down. Oh, good touch, Diego. Matter of fact, come on, Diego. Let's go. Come here. Come on. Come on, Diego. Watch this, y'all. Go in your room. Go. Go in your room. You see that? Go in your room. Go. See, he got a room. Go on over there and go get it. Nah, see, he got a room. That's his little sheet. That's his little dog bed. And that's him. So now, We gonna see. She probably gonna do a lot of barking. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, she a loud dog. She love to talk. Queen, come on now. This Queen right here now. Queen, she a little something. And she dangerous. She dangerous. And you see how Selena want to come out with her bad. She want to play and come out with her. Come here, Queen. Come over here and get this treat. Look what I got, girl. Look what I got, little mama. Here, you want this treat? Come here. Come here. Come here, girl. Come and get this treat. Come on. Queen, here. Get your little butt over here. Come here. Here. Sit down. Sit. Y'all see how you doing? Come here, girl. Come here. Sit. Sit down. Good sit. Good sit. She don't know how to catch. Go get back in there. Come on, girl. Come here. Get on in here. Let's go. Go on in there. See what I'm saying? It's that easy. Now y'all see all this? This her Zoom buggy. She got a radio. She got her weights on her. Now the other day, yesterday, this thing was way back there. Today it's way up here. She pushed that thing like it ain't done. All I gotta do is call her. She might do it. Come here, Queen. Come on. Here. Come here. Come here, Queen. Come on. Come on, girl. Come here. Queen, come here. She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it in front of me because she thinks she gonna get in trouble if she do it. She don't know her. She pushed this thing all over the place. She always this 100 and some pounds on her all together. And she pushed this like it ain't nothing. Now Selena, she trained too. She know how to sit down. She know how to do a whole bunch of stuff her own self. She is more of an attack dog. She is more of a guard dog. She a guard. She the one. This the dog I take to train my younger puppies to attack. She teach all the younger dogs how to be people aggressive, and she more dog aggressive. But she people aggressive. But now don't get it wrong, cause she people aggressive too. She ain't messed up about biting no person, but she's not quick to do it as her. But she'll do it though. But you know, that's what I did, man, and that's how I came about, y'all. I was in that place, man, and it was a horrible place. Don't nobody need to be there. But if you gotta be there, then you learn some things to do. That's the dog I train. You know, I train so many of them, man. It's like, and I'ma tell y'all, I'ma show y'all where the dog shit started at. That's the man right there. That's my old man. Bug man to most people. His brother, which is my uncle, down in Tennessee, had about 10 beagles. And every time I went down south, I played with the beagles. He ain't never buy dog food. He gave the dogs all the scraps. Everything we eat, he said, whatever you don't eat, throw it in that bucket over there. And he used to take that bucket and go dump it and give it to them dogs. And that's how they ate. But that's dogs started in my family, man. It was a whole bunch of them. It was so many of them. To where, you know, my other uncle had German Shepherds. My cousin had a pit bull mixed with a boxer when I was a kid, and he had litters of puppies. So the dog game go back far in my family. You know what I mean? But so I just wanted to drop some jewels with y'all, and that and let y'all see some things. And really, man, I'm trying to do something, y'all. I'm trying to really blow up in this shit. I'm trying to really, get views on these channels. I see a lot of people watch when I go live, but go in and watch some of the videos. You see that? I believe this was the first, no, this wasn't the first class. This was the class when I became the tutor. Cause you see my hat, look at my hat, and look at everybody else. He was a tutor, but I was the main tutor. Just like on her. Now this was the class that I graduated from. This was the very first class they gave us with the heavy machinery. And as you see, one black person, 2, 3. Everybody else, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people was white. Most of the people on here was white. Cause that's who they was letting sign up for these classes. They was giving all these guys this education. You see that? No black people. 2, 3 black people. And I was the tutor on there still. I tutored all these guys. And then, let me see. I'm trying to find y'all a picture so I can show y'all what I done. Cause okay, that's another time when I was tutoring. But if you look and see, you still see it was only a couple of black people. But I was getting more and more black people to get in these classes because they wasn't letting them in. They wasn't trying to let them get this education. See, this all the stuff, and I kept all this. This right here come from this certificate of training from the U.S. Department of Labor, Mine Safety and Health Administration. This was an OSHA. You see what I'm saying? It got my name on it. And the different numbers and stuff about what, this was an OSHA 10 mining class that I had took, a safety class that I had took. And then these are little certificates they give you. This what they give you in jail. So this what you want to go there to get. Then go right ahead. I learned how to use a track type tractor, a small wheel loader. I learned how to use an excavator. And then I also learned how to use a bulldozer, which is the type A tractor. And all the time I was in there, man, I was really teaching myself, man, because I was trying to get out of there. I was trying to get out that place, man. And I was trying to get out of there and stay out. I was making programs like this. This how I was spending my time in there, man. And people used to be like, man, this dude cold. Give yourself a chance. That was gonna be one of my programs. The objective of it was patent a program and a foundation by the name of Give Yourself a Chance. Founder of this program and foundation is Timothy J. Hoosier. The program is designed for individuals who fail within the following criteria: offenders recently released from prison, 2, youth recently released from a juvenile detention center, individuals serious about living a crime-free lifestyle and advocating individuals